Sandy here today. Just first of all, how's your summer been so far?
Good so far, Ben. It seems absolutely like ages since we last played a game. The lower league, the season's finishing so early. Means that it seems forever since we've actually had a game here at Clifton Hill. So it's been good. It's been relaxing in lots of ways, family holiday, that type of thing. But time to get back to work a little bit now. Although in saying that, I've never really stopped working, to be honest with you.
And obviously last year, what did you make of it overall? You've had a wee bit of time now to kind of go over the full season.
Yeah, but, I had a good idea of the lower league before we unfortunately went down last year, and I think the consequences of that is really quite clear. Financially it's a massive blow. The whole stature of where we're playing is different. Last year I thought we did okay in lots of ways. I think the best way to sum it up is that we were good enough for the group we had to beat anybody in the league and play well, but the same group also failed miserably against teams that I felt we should have get more points off of, and through games away, through silly mistakes, lack of quality at times. So a learning curve certainly. We now know exactly what we're getting into this season, and I think the fact that we'd signed a lot of players before the end of the season made a big difference as well. So our squad is still to be worked on, but we're slowly getting there.
And obviously you mentioned that there last season maybe didn't have that time. We've certainly had that. I know there's been a lot of planning going on throughout the season, even for this year, which is beneficial.
Yeah, it's like everything else. The football teams are all about football players, and the better players you have, then the more chance you've got of being successful, and that unfortunately comes down to money. There's absolutely no question about that. The bigger the budget, the more chance you've got if you spend it wisely. We are in a league where there's a lot of teams with a very good budget. I think, thanks to Bobby Cameron, who's pushing things relentlessly for me in the background to try to get me, as good a budget as possible. Certainly an increase on last year, and that should hopefully, if we can recruit properly, make us a better team and good enough to challenge at the right end of the league.
And you mentioned the squad there. Just how's that shaping up? I know that as always there's lots of offers out there, lots of players spoken to, but certainly feeling positive.
Yeah, it's I've said I've been football coach and management for over 30 years now, and the hardest bit of the job is recruitment, trying to find players at this time of year. You have to be really patient. I think that, as I said before, money comes into it. The food chain is also part of what happens. That players would rather play League 2, League 1 than play lower league. You have to try to persuade them and encourage them to come and join us rather than join clubs playing at a higher level for whatever reason. So you have to be patient with it. I've got a lot of feelers out there. I know roughly the people I want to try and sign, but I have to wait and see what happens. As I said, if teams in League 1 and League 2 decide they've got the squads and there's players out there who haven't got a contract yet, then it's people like that we have to kind of be patient with and look to as well. But the other side of that is I've actually got it written down on paper. I've got a team. I could put 11 players out in that pitch now, and I think it's a good team. They're fitting in position wise. It won't be good enough to win the league. I need to improve it, and that's what my aim is to my next 3 maybe signings. I've got about 11, 12 that are committed. I need my next 3 or 4 have to be on the button, as far as I'm concerned, to make that count. Unfortunately, I can't give you a lot of names and stuff like that yet because a lot of the contracts are still ongoing at other clubs, so I need to keep that quiet. But if I can get what I'm looking for, then I'll be happy with it, and then we'll look at the loan situation as well, which worked well for us last year in lots of ways. So there's scope yet. I don't want a massive squad. I want to have a competitive squad with good quality, and if I can get that, then as I said, hopefully we can challenge and do well in the league.
And you mentioned that there, the kind of smaller squad. I know you spoke to the local paper about that. Just how key do you think that is to kind of maybe have that kind of tight-knit group where guys know that they're going to be playing and you've not got people sitting in the stands?
Yeah, football players want to be involved on a Saturday afternoon. If you're sitting in the stand, it's no ideal. And I've always found that even at bigger clubs where I've worked, then it's the same situation. You want to try and keep them happy as best you can. And if we've got a competitive squad and there's competition for places, which I think we'll have, then it's up to the guys. Nobody's an automatic choice. You have to earn the right to play, and that'll be the way we'll approach next season right from day one.
And obviously the guys are going to be returning for pre-season soon. Just looking at the league makeup, obviously Broxburn coming up as well. It really is a competitive league, isn't it?
Yeah, Broxburn have, I think they'll have one of the kind of better budgets as well. East Kilbride, I thought were really unfortunate not to get promotion, and everyone knows that they're a big club in this league, and good on them. They won the league last year. They won it well. They'll be big favourites again, understandably, but it doesn't guarantee that you're going to win things if you've got the biggest budget. You've still got to make it happen in the park, and there'll be a lot of competitive teams. Tranent, Bowness, East Stirling. I know I've got signed a lot of good players as well. That's one that comes to mind. There's lots of challenges out there. I said that last year. The Lowland League is full of good players, and it's full of good young coaches, and if you want to be successful, you have to plan and work hard and make sure you know what you're doing, and try to follow that plan through. And as I keep saying, Bobby, our chairman, I keep talking about him. He's not far away from us at the moment, working on the ground. He's here, just about 24/7, and I don't feel sorry for him. That's the wrong way of putting it. He works really hard, but he needs a bit of help. There's a lot of people out there who are Albion Rovers fans who could maybe do that, and I think that would be a major plus, because I'm not fed up saying it, but I'll say it continually. We have to all pull together, otherwise the whole project is hard to work. And it's a great wee stadium. It's great. I love playing here. I've managed here, and the guys last year I think all enjoyed the football. So we've got to tie all that in again, and try and be really strong as a group.
And just to go back on, you mentioned there the kind of pre-season makeup, obviously no League Cup this year as well. Just from a totally footballing perspective, How does that change for you? It gives us a real chance to have a go at the league early on and maybe not have that kind of slow start.
Yeah, I've got 5 pre-season friendlies lined up. Again, until they're kind of across the line, then we can't really mention who that is at the moment. So we don't have the distraction of the League Cup, although the guys loved playing in it last year. But the downside is you lose quite a bit of money as well, and it's back to that situation where we need to, for us to have a goal, we need to be able to have good players on the pitch, and that takes a bit of financial backing. So there's lots of different ways of doing that, and we have to kind of make sure we maximise all the opportunities are there to bring some money into the club and give us a chance.
We've certainly got that professional environment here. I know George has got the guys on programmes at Soccer World. Maybe just a wee word on that. I mean, it really is the guys that we've got under contract. The professionalism is brilliant. I mean, they're kind of working almost as full-time players. Yeah,
it's as young athletes, then you want to make sure you're in tip-top condition. You need a rest at the end of the season, mentally and physically, and that goes for everybody at the club. But once you've had 2 or 3 weeks, you're itching to get back into it, and you're young players. Their bodies kind of saying, right, I need to be working, I need to be doing something. So we've got a programme for each player to try to kind of look at where the components of fitness, without getting too technical, where bits they can improve on, a bit more strength, a bit more power. Some might need a bit more speed. So we're trying to look at all that as best we can, and supporting the lads to have a programme to go and be a better specimen athlete, if that's the best way of putting it, when they come back in, and that can only help you on the pitch, obviously.
And just finally, a word for folk like Gary or Kitman's obviously departed, players as well that have left the club, but certainly everybody served us really well last season, and they leave with our best wishes. Yeah, without a doubt.
Everybody's got a reason and a right to choose their employment, where they want to play, where they want to work. I'm a bit disappointed in Arnie, to be fair, who left this week, and let's just say that there's 1 or 2 bits that I'm not completely comfortable with the situation. But great, good on him. He's a character who was great for us. Will we miss him on the pitch? Maybe. Will we miss him off the pitch? Big time, because he's a character, and that's credit to him. But he's made a decision to try something else, and it's not a decision I would have made, but that's his choice. But everyone else who's left the club, nobody last year, you can say didn't give it their best shot, and we all worked hard together. And it's important that I've got some new players coming in. Obviously, we'll be getting that over the line fairly soon. So, good luck to them. If they're the right ones, and I think they will be, they'll have to work hard to get in the team. They'll have to work hard to stay in the team, and that's hopefully will make us really competitive as a club.